Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to start class 7 Geography, chapter number 3 in Intra-planetary movement and major landform, part 1. Now, students, in this chapter we will learn about the different movements of the plates that is present inside the earth crust. Yeah, that crust that moves, that we have to read about in this chapter. Now, beginning with the landforms. So you know very well the earth has a different landforms presented on its surface, like mountain, plain, plateaus, many more are there that present on the earth's surface. So how do you think these landforms comes from, and what led to its formation? Means how these are formed and at what time it took to complete it. Means how long it has took to build all these landforms of the earth surface. Now you have read in different classes in your previous classes about the continent and ocean. So you have learned also that there are 7 continents and 5 ocean. So you these all these things you have read in the previous classes. Now the continents, the 7 continent as you see nowadays, it was not like that before 200 million years ago. So how does it look like? There you can see, this is the whole continent. There you can see it was known as Pangaea. So can you see that? Can you imagine the continents that is present over on your slide? Is it same that you are nowadays seeing the landforms or the continents are the same? No, it was 200 million year old continents, but they were joined together. They were the part of one whole continent, and that continent was denoted, that landform was denoted as a Pangaea. Now, so how do we know that this was known as Pangaea, and the continents which we are seeing nowadays, it was differ from the previous or the past time. So for this purpose, there is a German meteorologist who given the theory of continental drift. So what is continental drift? Means the bifurcation of or the division of the continents. So this theory was given by the German professor Alfred Wegener. So there you can see the picture of Alfred Wegener. He is the only person who had given the theory of continental drift, or he explained us how the earth is the continent basically nowadays present, it has been divided, means they are separated with each other. So now the lithosphere that is divided into several large as well as irregularly shaped plates. So these plates are what we'll know in the next slide. Okay, so you know very well the earth, inside the earth it is divided into 3 parts: crust, mantle and core. That I had explained in the previous videos. So basically the mantle has the molten magma that I had explained in the class in the last video. The molten magma, it is in the liquid form, semi-liquid form. So on that liquid there is also a layer, that is crust, you know very well. So that crust is moving on the semi liquid mantle. So how does it moving, that we all know in the next slide. Okay, there is two things that you have to also understand. There is two forces that led the movement of the crust. Yes, the movement of the crust. There are two forces. That first one is exogenic forces and second one is endogenic forces. So how these forces are work to form the major landforms, like what is the role of these forces to form the many other major landforms. Let us see with the exogenic forces or the external forces. So exogenic forces are that originated outside of the earth crust, means just above the earth crust. So how these forces originated? So these originated with the help of water, wind, and many more things are there that help to produce the exogenic forces on the surface of the earth. Or with these agents, the erosion and deposition work occur. Erosion and deposition work occur. So this exogenic forces topic that we'll read in the next chapter 4. In this video we have to learn only the endogenic forces or the internal forces in this chapter. So the forces that originate within the earth crust and that forces led to the sudden movement, means the forces that occur in the inside the earth surface, earth crust, that led to the sudden movement, and exogenic forces led to the slow movement. Note it down. The exogenic forces led to the slow movement and endogenic forces led to the sudden movements, like volcanic eruption, earthquake, landslide. So there are many more are there that led because of the exogenic forces. That force works under the earth or the crust layer. Now let's start with the Alfred Wegener. So as I told you, Alfred Wegener is a German meteorologist and he given the theory of continental drift. So as I told you that the Pangea, it's that you are seeing nowadays, it was not like that. It was look alike before the 200 million years ago. Means that the all continents were together, they all were of the same part. So there you can see, I have put one picture for you all. There you can see approximately 200 million years ago the Pangea is look alike like that, and the separation of Pangea from to the Pangea to the separate continents. There you can see the progress. So it was 200 million years ago, for 135 million years ago, for 65 million years ago, now present day. So there you can see, there you can identify the present day picture of the world or the continents, that you can rectify the all the continents are separated now and you can easily find out. But before 200 million years ago it was different from nowadays. So how this continent gets separated, that we have to read. Now the interesting thing is that the earth that you can see is all together, it is not. The earth crust, basically the earth crust is divided into several plates. So plates are what? It's a huge landmass that is the part of the crust. Okay, there are major 7 tectonic plates are there, and more than 20 plus, means 20 plus are the small tectonic plates. So there you can see, you can identify there are the Eurasian plate, that Europe and Asia, African plate, North American plate, South American plate, Australian plate, Pacific plate, many more. So what are these? How, what you know about these things? Means how can you know, means what is the information regarding these plates you have? So let me explain you. These plates are the divided, and these are the plates that is flowing on the surface of the mantle. Means that these plates are flowing on the surface of the mantle, because mantle is a, inside the mantle there is molten magma, semi liquid magma, and because of it the whole surface is floating, moving or floating basically. But you will say, definitely you will ask one question, कि sir, if it is floating, so why we are not flowing on that? The continents or these plates are floating, yeah, means flowing. So why we are not flowing on with these plates? Because the motion or the speed of these plates was so slow that we are not able to identify. Means in a decade, in a 10-year, 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, it's depend upon the speed of the plates. So the movement of these plates are very slow in a decade. That's why we are not able to rectify, or we are not able to feel the movement of these plates which are floating on the mantle. So because of it, before 200 million years ago, when all the continents were together, and because of the movement of these plates, because of the movements of these plates, the plates get divided or separated with each other, and it now look alike. Yes, after again 200 billion years ago, might be the shapes or the continents which we are seeing nowadays, it might be also can change. Yes, again it can form another huge continent, or they might be comes together, or they can again form the Pangea. This might be happen, or it might also can be happen the all continents which we are nowadays seeing, they might be different in the different places. It might be the Eurasian or the means the Europe and Asian plate might be divided. So these things can be happen, but it will take us long time. It's more than 200 300 billion million years to become to get to see these changes. So this is the different tectonic plates. So I hope you are able to understand the tectonic plates. Let me give a brief of these things. The tectonic plates are what? The whole earth crust is divided into several plates. So you cannot actually see the gaps in between. You cannot see. If you will ask, sir, there might be gap if these plates are separate together, so there is a gap between. No, that gap is not that much visible that you can see. So these plates are there. There are several plates on that are floating on the molten magma, and because of it, that we have seen the picture of the Pangea before in the previous slide, that was different from the nowadays because of the movement of the plates. So this is the intraplanetary movement. So this is known as intraplanetary movement, means the planets are moving. So these things are there. Okay, now in the next topic we have to read the plates are moving in the same direction. What is the uh, in which way they are moving, what is the way of moving. So in the next slide we will see the movements of the plates, means different movements of the plates, how they move. Now there is two kind of movement is there of the tectonic plates. First one is convergent movement and second one is divergent movement. So the convergent movement is what? There you can see the two arrows coming towards each other. The two arrows coming towards the each other. It directly represents that the plates are coming toward each other. Means if the movement is there, if the plates moving, definitely it means that a time will come that plate will come together towards each other. So this shows by the convergent movement. And sometimes it also seems that the plates are moving the opposite direction. Definitely if the plates are coming together and after some time you can see the plates are moving opposite to each other. This can be also possible. And one more movement is there, that is the transform boundary. When plates move opposite to each other, means one plate is moving upward and one plate is moving downward. So these are the movement of the tectonic plates. So there you can see the different plates are moving from the different direction. Means some plates are moving towards each other, some plates are moving opposite of each other. So when two plates are converged, they pushed each other and this can be led to the formation of the deep sea trench like Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. So this is the deepest place of the earth's surface. So this can be also formed by the convergence of the plate. And when two continental plates collide, so they can form the mountain also. They can be folded, and there you can see in the convergent place, when two plates are coming to each other, one plate is getting down and another plate is getting upward toward the next plate. So there you can see, or there you can see the divergent boundary. So when the plates get separated, there is a hollow gap that led to the trench, means the gap between the two plates. So this can happen to the movement of the tectonic plates. So now these all are the movements of the plates and the movements of the that led to the movement of the continent as well. So I hope you are able to understand all the things that I have taught in this video. Okay, now we have to see in the next topics, that is the formation of the mountains, how the mountains are formed, and the earthquake as well as volcano. Means that the endogenic forces that led to the sudden movement, and because of that, for that we have to read the earthquake and the